Hello, my name is Julia. I'm so glad you're joining us again. Today, we're delving even deeper into the captivating journey of twin flames. If you're new to this idea, imagine a single soul that manifests as two separate beings, each embodying the same essence, destined to reflect the universal forces of balance and duality. If you've ever felt an inexplicable, almost cosmic pull towards someone, there's a chance you might be experiencing a twin flame connection. This bond is much deeper and more transformative than the conventional notion of soulmates. It represents a profound spiritual connection that can stir both intense highs and lows, propelling you toward significant spiritual development. In this video, we'll explore the various stages of the twin flame path, from the initial spark of recognition to the eventual reunion. The first phase of the twin flame journey is often referred to as the yearning or glimpsing stage. During this period, you may start noticing dreams, signs, or sudden intuitive insights that something life-changing is on the horizon. It's as though your soul is dropping hints, leading you toward a pivotal moment. You might suddenly feel drawn to spiritual practices or philosophies that once seemed irrelevant, or perhaps you feel a magnetic attraction toward someone you've yet to meet. But this isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a deep, soul-level awareness that something is calling you. This stage lays the foundation for the emotional and spiritual growth that lies ahead. It's like your soul is saying, "Get ready, something significant is coming." By now, you may already be experiencing subtle energetic shifts or even having prophetic dreams. So, what happens next? This brings us to the meeting stage. This is when you finally encounter your twin flame, and the experience is electric. The moment you connect, whether face to face or through another medium, it's as though you are looking into a mirror. You immediately recognize each other, as if your souls have known each other for lifetimes. It feels like the missing piece has finally clicked into place, dissolving the illusion of separation. There's an overwhelming sense of comfort, as though you've come home. In that moment, the universe is saying, "Here you are, two halves of the same soul, now begin the journey." Next, you enter the euphoric stage, often called the honeymoon phase or love bubble. After meeting your twin flame, everything feels effortless, as if the universe has conspired to bring you together in perfect harmony. You're both in sync, and there's an unspoken connection between you, making everything seem perfect and serene. However, while this phase feels blissful, the intensity of the energetic connection can eventually lead to an imbalance that must be addressed. It's like a seesaw slowly tilting to one side. While you're caught in the glow of this beautiful connection, it's important to remember that the love bubble cannot last at its peak. The energy between you both will eventually need to stabilize, and this is when the real work begins. The love bubble is a beautiful introduction, but the most challenging and transformative phases lie ahead. This leads us to the dark night of the soul, a phase where things can become truly intense. During this time, you may experience emotions like jealousy, doubt, and mistrust, all of which create friction in the relationship. What distinguishes this phase from a typical relationship is the depth and intensity of these emotional challenges. Imagine a powerful energy loop that builds between the two of you, growing more overwhelming with no easy outlet. In a normal relationship, you might have ways to release emotional tension, but in the twin flame dynamic, there's no escape, and this can lead to confusion and emotional exhaustion. The relationship may feel like a constant cycle of emotional turmoil. One person, the runner, may withdraw, feeling overwhelmed, while the other, the chaser, becomes fixated on recreating the perfect initial connection. But this phase is not just about emotional struggle. It's a profound opportunity for self-reflection. The dark night of the soul forces you to confront your deepest fears, insecurities, and unresolved issues, refining your soul in the process. Although painful, this stage is vital for spiritual and emotional growth. Following this, we move into the runner-chaser phase, a particularly emotional and tumultuous stage that can feel like a test of endurance. The intensity between you and your twin flame reaches a point where it triggers a fight or flight response. One person, the runner, pulls away, either emotionally or physically, while the other, the chaser, feels an overwhelming urge to pursue them. This cycle of chasing and distancing can be mentally and emotionally draining for both parties involved. For the runner, the connection can feel so overwhelming that it evokes a deep fear, causing them to retreat as a means of self-protection. This might show up as ghosting, cutting off communication, or emotionally distancing themselves. On the other hand, the chaser feels a strong drive to fix things, often blaming themselves or obsessively analyzing the situation, which only adds to the emotional weight. It becomes a cycle of highs and lows, with no clear resolution in sight. There are times when the runner may disappear for long stretches, only to reappear and repeat the same cycle. This stage truly tests you on every level, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But keep in mind, this phase has a purpose. It invites deep introspection and growth, encouraging you to face your fears and insecurities head on. Though challenging, this stage is essential for preparing you for the eventual reunion. The next phase is surrender, also known as detoxification. At this point, if you're the chaser, you're likely feeling exhausted. You've come to realize that chasing your twin flame isn't sustainable, and it's time to focus on yourself. This is like hitting the reset button, taking a step back and practicing self-care, exploring spiritual practices, or seeking outside guidance to help process the emotional complexities you've encountered. As you focus on healing yourself, something remarkable begins to happen. The energy between you and your twin flame begins to settle. It's like letting a cup of muddy water sit still until it clears. The runner, who once felt overwhelmed by the connection, now has the space to heal and process. This distance often creates the space needed for a reunion, as the love between you is genuine and even deep rifts can be mended. When the time is right and the energies align, your souls will naturally come back together. Finally, we reach the union phase, the culmination of the twin flame journey. This is the moment you've both been working toward, a balanced, mature connection where the two of you unite in harmony. The union doesn't always have to be romantic, though it certainly can be if that's your choice. The intense emotional roller coaster of earlier phases, along with all the lessons learned, has prepared you for this stage. By this point, both the runner and the chaser have worked through their emotional baggage and personal issues. What was once an obstacle, intensity, now serves as the bond that holds you together. There's a deep, unspoken understanding between you, and life together flows naturally. While challenges may still arise, You now face them together as two complete and balanced expressions of the same soul. In the end, the twin flame journey fulfills the universal principles of balance and duality. It's not just about finding your other half, it's about discovering your true self. And that's where the journey of the twin flames comes full circle. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more insights. Feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Until next time, take care